believe I went down and bought a wig just to do this. I hope I can find a use for this red wig later on down the road.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't guessed what is going on, I am Hot Mess Ness, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today's themed video is The Little Mermaid. Yes, this is my version of Ariel. It is also a collab with my good friend here on YouTube, Vanessa Loves the Makeup. Vanessa is doing her take on a Disney princess. You can check her out here. My take on this look is, you know, I'm not going to go full wig or anything, but if I just went the eyes, it still feels very princess themed. They tend to be lighter in their makeup. They tend to be not so bold and in your face, and I still wanted to grab the color concept while feeling very light and airy and princess-like. So if you want to see how I created this Ariel look, just keep watching. We're going to try to put on primer. I'm going to start with Smashbox. And then I'm going to use some Professional from Benefit just on the areas that need a little help filling up the pores. Now I like to color correct with concealer, so I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I like to use it obviously under my eyes for any darkness, dark circles, blah blah blah, and then I sheer it out over the rest of my face. Anywhere that needs some help. Then I'm beauty blended in. And then I'll take like where there's too much under the eyes and kind of pick it up and move it into other places that need help. And now it's time to move on to the foundation because I feel like, you know, I have more of an even skin tone now and I can foundation my face. Now I'm back to my magic cocktail of foundations. I was using the Ordinary for a hot minute, but I feel like it's too dewy when it's just with the Ordinary primer, but if I mix it with other foundations, I like it. So my magic cocktail right now is the Ordinary foundation and actually some drugstore, and then I add in some of those liquid kind of illuminizers and I just put it on the face. I got a bit too much here, I'm not gonna lie, and then I'll beauty blend. Now, if anybody's watching my videos, you've watched 1,000 other beauty YouTubers, and the thing with using a beauty blender is you're really like pushing the product into your face. I know we're doing it at such a quick motion that it's like you're just blotting, but you're really pushing it in to the face so you don't get cakey. And it's actually better to do less than what I did and add more if you need to. And the Ordinary foundation I can actually spread. That's one of the things I find so interesting about it. And then the areas that I need more coverage, I'm just gonna hit those.
Now I'm taking the Bye Bye Under Eye and I'm going to actually highlight my under eye by pushing the product into the eye.
Okay, my usual step, I feel like Ariel wouldn't be too contoured, so I'm just gonna do a little bit.
The Anastasia cream contour is so creamy, the stick form in Fawn, that it just really blends into the skin. So you just get that ever so slight shadow. So I love using this product just for a slight contour.
Let's be honest, I have more of the villain face than I do the princess face.
Moving right along to concealer, I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape because it's a little lighter than the Bye Bye Under Eye, and I press it in with my finger, and then I actually hit the lid, and this acts as a primer as well.
And now while I'm letting that part set, I'm gonna blend the rest.
So just taking my beauty blender, I'm pushing that upward into where I want the shadow to begin and into the hairline and the cheek jawline.
I'm gonna flip my blender around and just pat that in.
So I'm just blending in the concealer part, and that's where you see that I use it as my eye primer as well.
Next, I'm gonna set my face with RCMA No Color Powder, just all over to lock everything in, and then I'll move on to bronzer. Okay, so now I am going to highlight my face with powders. I like to take the Kat Von D Lyric, it's the yellow shade, and hit right underneath the eyes.
I don't like to bake. It does bad things to me.
And then I go a little darker with the other shades in the palette. Lighter pink so it blends. And then I'll take the light peachy kind of shades and cut where I contour.
This is so I can divine my contour without being too stark. And then bronzer and Devinah.
I love this brush, but it makes an annoying sound.
And I'm bronzing quite a bit because I want to bring life into my face, but it's a light enough shade that it's not going to be too much.
Now I'm going to take a pointy brush and I'm going to go back underneath and clean up all the edges. So all I did was use it like a magic eraser. Cleaned up my edges with a pointier brush so that way it looks more like skin. Now I want to try some of the blushes in here. I've never used them before. And what better way to use than a big powder brush from Tarte too, huh?
So I'm starting with this shade Peachy, and I'm using a big fluffy brush so I don't get too much pigment, and then I just blend it down with a big powder brush. Now taking the shade Poised, I'm putting that on the apples of the cheeks, and then I'm just blending that down with a clean brush.
The main star of the show would be the eyeballs.
You're on the bed and it's bouncing.
It says low battery.
Okay.
I'm going to stop here with the complexion and then we're going to move on to the eyeballs.
So I'm taking my MAC powder and I'm just setting my lids so it's ready for the shades. And now I'm taking the shade Promise by Devinah Cosmetics and I'm placing that all in my crease. This is my transition shade and I really want to build up that pink. Now I'm taking Penelope and a MAC 217 and I actually turn the brush on its side so I'm getting more of the pink and then I'll flip it back so it develops more color in that crease area and then I'll flip it back. I did this step like 4 times. Taking the shade Cuddle from Looksy Beauty and I'm just working that into the crease. I'm not turning the brush, just that crease area. And I really want to build up with more of the brown purple tone for more definition. Now I'm taking a Wingoss pointed pencil brush and the shade Push from Devinah Cosmetics and I'm just working that into the outer crease, but I'm also kind of creating a semi-cut crease. I'm just working it into the halfway outer crease to define a line. And this step actually took like 3 or 4 times to build up that purple while being blended. I take this little Makeup Geek brush and I just blend that edge out. After the blend, I just repeated the same step. I'm very, very careful about my placement because I want this precise. And again, clean brush, blend out the edges again. So I got a softer pencil brush and I'm dipping into Raisin Hell from Looksy Beauty. And I'm working on mostly on the outer crease, but then I'm going really, really into my crease. I'm kind of making a cut crease here. Kind of. It's diffused, but I'm focusing on the outer and I'm really paying attention to where I'm placing color. Of course, I'm doing both sides of the eye. Switching to a teeny tiny pencil brush, I am now literally drawing the cut crease. Taking my concealer, I am carving out a cut crease. It is not a standard cut crease. This is just to really give myself a base for a pop-in lid shade. Then I'm taking the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eye Primer. I love this stuff. It's the only thing I can use that does not transfer onto my semi-hooded lids. Then I'm taking the shade Don't Leave Me from Looksy Beauty and I'm spreading that on the lid. And then the other shade is His Sweater and that's going on the inner part of the lid. And then the key to everything is blending. Blend those edges, clean it all up.
So I'm gonna pop on some liner and some brows. And we'll be right back. I did my upper lash line with gray and then the lower waterline I used some ColourPop and now I'm going to move on to the lips. These Maybelline Superstay Matte inks are incredible. They're one of the only liquid lipsticks I've used that you can put something on top.
I can use anything on top of this liquid lipstick, an oil-based lip gloss, anything. I love these things. Taking the shade What Mermaids Are Made Of from Lovelux Beauty, I'm putting that on the inner corner.
I'm gonna take the highlight shade Trip and use that right under here. I feel like I need a little highlight, but I don't want it to be too much.
Using Becca's Opal, I am putting that on the cheeks, and then I'm taking a clean brush and I'm buffing that out. Then I'm taking a Morphe M501 and Makeup Geek's Lip. I still have my extensions, so I'm just using a little Benefit Roller Lash.
Just for fun, a little bit of this lip composite, and I'm gonna add some something to the lips.
These are from Who Is She Cosmetics, and I've never really used them, but now I know I can use them on top of this kind of a liquid lipstick, one that doesn't move.
And then I'll take some of the silver shade. This is called Spotlight.
So I'm just adding a little of the Spotlight for more sparkle, and then you know we gotta do cleanup. We take the good old Wayne Goss and clean up underneath the eyes and blend the whole face one more time.
And that is it. That is the finished look. So I hope you enjoyed watching my take on Ariel. I mean, of course, if I was going full cosplay, I would put some red in the brows and probably some false lashes, but I feel like this is fun and Ariel inspired. When I think of Ariel, I think of the sea colors and her green tail and the purple shirt, so that was the inspiration for the eyes, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to go check out my girl Vanessa. Vanessa Loves the Makeup, and see her take on this Disney princess theme. And if you want to see last time's, I will leave that up in the cards. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Blah, 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 blah.